What's going on, wrestling fans? Welcome into another edition of CWA Live. What's going on, wrestling fans? Welcome into another edition of CWA Live, the 9 Minute Go. Our last one, Mr. Caldwell. How are you, sir?
I'm great. We had a little bit of a technical glitch. I feel like we got through it though. The first 10 seconds,
Sorry
little
about
countdown, little stoppage, and then we're bang right in. We're good though. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
We got the last match out. So that's great. So we got the card finalized. So that was huge to be able to get that squared away. I know we had a little bit of a snafu in scheduling with a couple of the guys we originally were going to have, but the fact that we have this card squared away, have a little local flavor with new Bloomsburg assistant coach Mitch Moore being a part of that last match is awesome. So it all came together in a little roundabout way, not necessarily the way we wanted to, but just like I told Neffer, it happens to Dana White too. So sometimes it might happen to us as well. So
Yes, absolutely. It does happen to Dana White. Sometimes you just got to make things happen. And, talk about the guy that, you made the phone call to, Mr. Graham Rooks, and he was willing to step up and strap it up.
Yeah, I mean, so for him, obviously he's in Indiana. He's a coach at the Indiana RTC right now for IU. We reached out to him and he was all on board for it. So we're glad that he was able to be a part of it. And I think that it's just he's a solid guy that a lot of people don't think of. And he has some flashes where he can throw the kitchen sink too. So we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, Big Ten guy, looking at it, the matchup, Big Ten guy, obviously Mitch Moore is a guy that is well traveled across some of the, better programs in the NCAA. I'm just looking forward to the matchup, man. What a great card that we have finalized now. 6 great matches. Just we have a full weekend of events coming up. Just kind of run down that schedule as we get into the next part of the 9 Minute Go.
Yeah, so for this week coming up, right? Like we're going to be pushing out a lot of information regarding the league and the weekend that's coming up. So Friday is probably the first and foremost thing. It'll be live on Rockfin for free. The weigh-in show, the CWA weigh-in show, that'll happen at 6 p.m. on Friday, right from Scores Bar and Grill, right off of Liberty Arena. Then following that, the next day we will have we'll have a clinic for any of the student athletes that may be coming to the event as well. That's 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Greg Bolsack and Demetrius Thomas will be running that. So 2 CWA athletes that you'll be seeing that night compete. You'll be able to get some instruction from them as well prior to the event. Cost of that is $40. That gets you the clinic. That also gets you a ticket into the event. So a pretty good bang for your buck in that regard. And then obviously the creme de la creme at 7 p.m. CWA Showcase Round 2 live from Liberty Arena.
Heck yeah, man. And, of course, it's going to be live on Rockfin. We got that partnership down pat. It's going to be a night of wrestling. We're doing it with PA Power. They're doing their True Power event. So, get the split screens going, guys. Get it ready to go. It's going to be so much fun. And, getting ready, getting you warmed up for, the season. It's October. The leaves are starting to change. It's getting a little colder outside DC. I'm pumped up.
Yeah, I know. I already got my bomber jacket on. I'm ready to roll. So yeah, the leaves are changing. The temperatures are dropping. You can feel the wrestling season coming in the air. So we're excited to be able to help kick that off for people in Central Pennsylvania with a great event in the CWA Showcase. 6 great matches we have lined up, and I'm pumped for every single one of them in their own right. I think we're going to have a lot of high flying, high scoring matches like we did in the first showcase, where these guys are going to have the opportunity to lay it all on the line.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't already, go back and watch. We did our showcase show this Wednesday. Man, that was a lot of fun. We went on for over 2.5 hours. Each guy came on, talked a little bit about their backstory, talked about their training, talked about, shit. 9 minutes is a long time. We're starting to figure that out. Those dudes they're like 9 minute goes a little bit different than wrestling with them boys in college, them little quick blasts. So but yeah, if you guys haven't watched that, go back, check that out. That's pretty much available on Rockfin. We did it for free, so you don't even need a subscription, right, DC? You can just go on there and check it out.
Yep. You can sign up, but you don't have to pay at that point in time. Obviously, if you're going to subscribe to us, go through our channel, rockfin.com/CWA Wrestle. If you're planning on watching it next Saturday night, go on, get yourself signed up, and then all you have to do is hit buy now, and you have yourself loaded up, ready to go. So it's that simple. Obviously, we've said this before. Rockfin is a lot more than just the CWA when it comes to wrestling content. You have Willie, you have PA Power, you have Bash, you have so many other great personalities in the wrestling world, all right there. And for $15 a month, if you're buying Netflix, why aren't you buying Rockfin?
Yeah, it's really a no-brainer. Like you said, if you're buying Netflix, buy Rockfin. I mean, for $15 a month, what was our last card? 15 or $20 just for the card. So you get everything with it and Rockfin with the card. So it's a no-brainer for any wrestling fan out there. All right, DC. Next part of the 9 minute go. We got about 3 minutes left. We're hitting the third period of the 9 minute go. We have all six matches scheduled, ready to go. Just tell me your excitement level, man. You got to be pretty juiced up. We're 7 days out.
Yeah, I am. It's a week to go, and it's exciting to get all these guys in town. They'll be able to have an opportunity to train, that afternoon, and then come to Scores that evening for the weigh-in show. Folks, the weigh-in show is going to be a lot of fun. The format's going to be
Hmm.
a little bit different than what it was last time. So we're going to have a weight class weigh in every 10 minutes essentially, and then you'll get to hear from these guys post weigh in. It'll help the flow of traffic a little bit and the flow of content from these guys leading up to the match. So we got some big things rolling. We're going to expand on what we did last time. Donnie did an amazing job in the first one, but we're going to set him up to succeed even more
Yeah,
in
baby.
this next one.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna have all the guys come on. We're gonna hang out and just kind of chop it up. Of course, Smitty's gonna be with us, and he's gonna be able to get his hands on some of those guys. I don't know if they necessarily want that with some of the questions he was asking on Wednesday, but nonetheless, we will get there. And yeah, for sure, man. I'm really excited for it. And again, the Scores where it's at, the bar is. It just looks like a great place to bring a bunch of buddies, hang out, drink some beers, watch the games, watch sports. It's a really, really nice setup, a great looking bar, and I can't wait to, hang out and do our thing there that night.
Yeah, we're gonna have some limited seating too for fans if they're interested. They're in town. They might be here a night early. They can stop by Scores. They can kind of chop it up with the guys as well when they're not on camera or at the head table with us. So an opportunity for fans to see these guys prior to the event as well. So we're excited for that. That information is going to come out this week, where you can get signed up for that to be there. They do have limited capacity at Scores, I will say, so we have to limit the number of people that we have there. But we obviously want to open it to fans. Just another opportunity to meet these CWA athletes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Talk to me. Are we gonna have merch, hats, gear, all this different stuff at the arena for the event?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have T-shirts. We're gonna have we're gonna have posters there. We're gonna have also if you come to the weigh-in show, you can buy your tickets right there for the next night as well if you haven't already. I encourage you guys to buy your tickets. If you haven't, we have the hard tickets there at the arena if you're looking for that. If you're coming from out of town, uh, you can get them online still. So there's still a few front row seats available, and then there's some general admission too. So, but it's going to be a great setup there. Very similar to what you saw in the first one, in terms of the aisle for the guys to come down. So, like if you're trying to high five these guys as they come on the mat, there's seating that's going to be available right next to the aisle. And I encourage you to get that, especially if you're one of the kids, right? Like you want to be near these guys. Like that's a great opportunity to do that. So.
Yeah, man, and as we wind this down, I think you guys did a great job kind of illustrating where else in a professional environment where you can actually get your hands on these guys, talking to these guys. Really, really cool stuff, and I'm excited to be a part of it, of course. All right, my friend, we are at the 9 minute mark. There's two big, big games on, as we always. We're doing pretty good, some bad. Last week, obviously, not too great, but
Blew it. I blew my
yeah,
streak.
not great. But let's start off with the Red River rivalry. We have Texas versus Oklahoma. Who you got?
I mean, I think Texas is just they'll overwhelm them. I know it's a road game for them, but at the same time, I just think that they just have too much firepower. There's talks that Quinn Ewers might be back today as well, so I'll be interested to see how that goes. First game back. So yeah, I think it's just going to be Texas hook 'em horns all day in that one.
I agree. Texas too much. Just I think they're by far and away the best team in the country right now. So I agree with that. Okay, the next one, two top five teams: Ohio State and Oregon. Who you got here?
This one's hard because we've seen Ohio State get off to slow starts, especially against Iowa. So, but also I don't know if Oregon's really looked like a number 3 team in the country week in and week out too. So I think with it being in Eugene, I'm going with Oregon. I know they're kind of the underdog in this one, but at the same time, I just feel like it's a coin flip, and I take the home team in a coin flip. So I'm going Oregon.
Yeah, typically I agree with you, but give me the Bucks on this one. We're going to be different on this one, DC. They're just,
Right.
the Oregon has yet to do it. So until they do it, give me the Bucks, and
Sure.
that's just kind of my thought process on that,
Yeah,
my friend.
for sure.
But until then, man, we're a week out, and I'm super excited. You got to be pumped up, but that's pretty much all the time we have for you guys until Friday. We'll see you
Right.
guys live at Scores. That was this edition of the 9 Minute Go, brought to you by Defense Soap.